Hi guys, Reverend Crystal Talks here. Getting over a cold. The last, I don't know, like 8 months, I've been living in a way that is different than I used to. I've been living out of motels and eating accordingly. Before that, I hadn't been sick for years, eating all organic, drinking lots of water. I tried to eat alkaline, no white sugar, no white flour. And I have to say, after I've been in motels since June, this is January, so it's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 months. And you just eat when you can, no refrigerator, no way to heat food or anything, and buying water. And it's been definitely a challenge, but my body, I gained weight and I got achy and joint pain. I've studied alternative medicine for 25 years. I know that that stuff causes, arthritis, cancer, pain in the body, weight gain, all kinds of just body problems. And I try to eat just organic, but when you're, the world isn't really like that. And it's hard to find organic food and to just be able to cook and eat natural when you're living out of hotels. There should be food chains everywhere that are organic, like on every corner, where you can buy crap and sugar and things to pollute and cause disease on every corner. You should be able to buy organics. There is some organic juice near here, but for me to start drinking organic juice, I think I'll wait till I get into a house, because there's detoxing and all that after that. So this is my coffee. Today my squeezed it a little too tight and some of it came out, and the day before yesterday I had some hot water and I did that, and it burned me pretty good. But remind me of the Buddhist saying, the quarter, if you hold it like this, how long can you hold the quarter? It's basically how it goes. Well, you eventually get tired because you're gripping it. But if you hold a quarter like this, just in your open hand, then you can hold it, a substantial amount longer. Just on and on and on and on, because you're not really using any, especially if your hand's laying down, it's just there. It was kind of, of course the message being not to hold things tightly, hold things loosely, like your coffee will burn you. Holding on to money and holding on to things that are trying to change in your life, just let them change, let them go. And sometimes it's really hard to do that because we want to alter or affect the change. I used to think we could 100% create our reality. I do believe that our thoughts create our reality. But I also believe in the fates, the fate sisters, the weird sisters, they call them. And that you really kind of only decide like halfway, and then there's fate, and you petition the fates on, why are you worthy of going this direction or this direction. And our thoughts do create reality, law of attraction, all of that. But I have known this stuff my whole life, and my current circumstance pretty much proves that you can only go so far, and the fate, spirit, your spiritual mission pushes you in a certain direction. So if I'm saying I want to the spirit, always pray that my potential, put me where I'm needed, put me in what's my highest and best potential. And I have been moving around kind of for years, but this last thing, I lost my rental due to a lot of different circumstantial evidence, circumstances. And so I've kind of moved around, and I end up meeting people, and I help people, and I talk to people, and I also do a lot of, in a way, human suffering a bit myself, and having to have stamina to move through all of that. And so I'm, it's homeless, but it's not, because I have a motel, and I have compassion for people who are sleeping in their trucks in the streets. And I did sleep in my truck some this summer, and I do know what it's like to have no money and to have lots of money, and then to have no money again. So at this point, I don't hold my coffee too tight. I just let it happen. I've had material things, I've had businesses that made a lot of money, I got tons of friends and tons of family, and I moved out of all of that and into my own life, spirit-led. And sometimes I am bummed out about where Spirit leads me because it's kind of lonely, and I'm just like, really, you know? And it's interesting because oftentimes people say, well, they dream of my life, you know, just milling around and praying and writing and helping people spiritually, and you know, just being in different motels and stuff. But that's not really what I wanted. You know, I kind of lost everything due to standing up for what I thought was right. And I still am very honored to have had that experience, in which I still have every day. I'm still in legal battles. I'm still making a stand for the victims of corruption. And I am very much Spirit-led, but I'm also a human being, and so I really have to push through sometimes. I've been having some really intense dreams. Night before last, I don't know why I think I was at my mother's house, but I don't even know where that was. And I took a shortcut. I don't know where I was going. I think I was my age and stuff that I am now. And I come through this gate, and to the left of me, I was startled because there was a mountain lion, and it startled me awake. And it was just huge and sauntering and non-aggressive. It still scared me, and I left the scene. But I did some research yesterday on, you know, mountain lion symbology, and it being very graceful and sauntering, and leadership and strong and pushing through. And there's a lot of really good information on that. But having such a vivid, clear dream that woke me up as if it was real was amazing. And I love stuff like that because it also reminds me that, you know, there is no death. We live on. I didn't need my body. I was walking around, my body was scared. I was coughing. I have a cold in this body, in this life, and in my dream, I was coughing, right? So why would my dream body need to cough? So I know through my life, I've known my entire life, been in communication with Spirit, that there is no death. We lose this body, but really we can keep this body if we want. You know, when we cross over, we just manifest it again. But odds are, you know, I mean, not that I don't love and respect my body, but I think we would choose to have something light and freer on the other side. And we're certainly, you know, younger, like I guess around our 30s. I don't know if you've seen that movie, What Dreams May Come, but that's pretty good on that, basically. And the Pleiadian information, you know, the information that I believe that's out there, I know it's out there and I believe it, is that death is what we choose it to be. So if we think we're going to hell, we're going to hell. If we make a contract now, if you listen to some of the Barbara Marciniak stuff and the Pleiadian stuff, we say, I want a peaceful death. I want, you know, basically the best death you can have. You cross over, you'll meet your friends and family. You will go on to your next stage. And you make that known in your mind so that when you cross over, you're not in limbo, you're not stuck. And even if you're in a bad accident, you know, people are all horrified. Basically, you're already gone, but you're gone in a shock and you didn't know, and so it just takes you a minute, and then you remember that, and then you move on. Those people who think that every action they're taking and living in guilt because they think that their sin is going to make them go to some fiery, horrible place, well then, that's where their consciousness is going to go. So it's basically, it's what you believe it is. And I believe that to be true. I find it frustrating, not really frustrating, but I just wish that, much like I guess people wish that, like say Jehovah's Witnesses wish that people would know the truth, their version of the truth, I really wish that I could just share the truth with everybody about the things I've learned, whether it be, you know, alternative medicine, whether it be, you know, who we are in this body. The Pleiadian stuff is just so incredible. You listen to and read everything you can get a hold of Barbara Marciniak, and talk to the Pleiadians, and be open to information and dreams and in talking and communication. And always state that you're only open to energy that is of a higher vibration. You're not into anything that's dark or lower vibration. And I've always communicated with a higher power. Barbara Hand Cloud's information on this, but Barbara Marciniak on YouTube, you can listen to Bringers of the Dawn and Earth. And then you can read Family of Light, Path of Empowerment, and I'm not sure if she has another one. But she has newsletters, and she did a 2014 at the end of 2013 for 2014 all the way to 2000, 27 and kind of what we're heading into. And it's really cool times, but at the same time, it's kind of purging. You know, it's purging the old. It's not going to be. It's as peaceful as you let it be. Let's just say that. It was funny. I was walking down here today. I was thinking about that movie. I don't even really remember too much. Will Smith. I think it was Robots Rebellion. And based on my dreams last night, and you know, this children that were kind of half technology and half humans as we know it, kind of, you know, that we're supposed to be able to, and all the new age and different stuff that I've read about our biology, like we should be able to, like, say, change our hair color by our thoughts. We should be able to just morph into whatever we want, regenerate arms, regenerate legs. But we're too dense here and we can't necessarily do that. And when I was walking down here today and thinking about that movie Robots Rebellion, I was thinking, well, all the protests and everything that's going on now, it's like, yeah, the robots are rebelling on all sides. You know, if you think the police are really robots and they play their role, so do doctors, so do people in the streets. So whether you're selling a sandwich or you're selling cars or you're selling gold, you're all kind of playing a role here on Earth. And you keep making babies and you keep playing these roles for the powers that be, and you're feeding them. And what feeds them the most is, you know, some of these groups is bad, terrible things, and pedophilia, and just human trafficking type stuff. It's dark and it feeds this one sector, but most of the beings that you kind of channel and you talk to are trying to bring in the light and raise the vibration of Mother Earth, and because it affects everybody in the universe. And of course, there's other life on other planets. You know, duh. Seriously, that's kind of a no-brainer. And so, basically, what's acting out now is a robots rebellion. You know, the robots, which is us, we've gotten so smart. You know, our technology, sorry, my nose itches. Our DNA is incredible. You know, it used to be 2 strands, it was 12 strands and it was 2. They suppressed us and now it's awakening again. All of our nerve endings, every one of our cells in our body, you know, multiplying every day. And we are amazing computers. It's just that you think of computers as hardware, and we are, you know, kind of jelly, and we're fat, and we're water, and we're things like that. Well, we created, okay, so now we're, say, created by the creator gods and our powers that be to do whatever that they need us or want us to do. And then the souls keep coming in and out, and we die, and we keep coming into these bodies. But then we awaken inside of these bodies. It's who we really are, and we start to fight back, and we start to say, no, we're not robots, we're not slaves. Like you see those technology movies about robots that they learn more and more. I think there was one with Robin Williams, and just lived forever, right? And all the people he loved died, and they learn more and more, and they end up taking over people's lives, and you've seen it in a good way, and you've seen it in a bad way. Well, that's the same thing with humans. When you think about what we've learned, when you study antiquity, you know, history, you see that humans were really, really smart, used a lot of technology, and I guess that must have been alien technology. And then I've read a lot of stuff on the, you know, aliens, like the Pleiadians coming here to mine for gold, because gold is very important for information, and then creating a life here. You know, there's so many things beyond what you can necessarily see. So those who created us, humans, I say us, but these are kind of just, you know, our carcasses, and I don't always feel 100% human. But then the humans they have their own life, okay? So they have free will, they do what they want, they go in directions, they evolve, they change, different things happen in the family, and the creator gods cannot control them anymore. Just like the scary movies you've seen about robots doing that, we are the robots. We are the robots rebellion, the humans, okay? The creator gods that created us, we are the robots. You think of robots in, like I said, in things that are hard, or really fleshy, watery, electric currents moving through. We are the robots, and so the robots are rebelling now. And those of us who feel we're Pleiadian or light workers or whatever, it's about basically just holding a frequency of light, you know, sharing with people who are open to learning, holding higher vibration, helping people to not fear death, and to understand why they're here, and to not be afraid. helping people to create reality, create whatever life they want, but at the same time realizing that their thoughts, their body, everything right here is very, very powerful. Television, politics, all this stuff, it's an illusion. We've always known that, but we're still buying into it, right? Why are we doing that? I mean, it's not really important who's in charge. Why does anybody need to be in charge of us? I believe that all government activities should be local. And the local government should have investments that are bigger, and then all people should have basic income. And I don't believe that you should be working your fingers to the bone to give half that money to war and horrible things you don't believe in or know or can't see or touch or feel. You know, I think your tax dollars should go into roads. I don't believe in roads either. I think propulsion and Tesla technology. We didn't need roads. We didn't need gas. We didn't need oil. I believe it should go back into your community. Okay, housing for your people in your community, gardens, whatever infrastructure your community votes on, that your tax dollars should go into that community and not a federal government that it's too far away, it's too removed, it doesn't make any sense, you know, to me. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a ramble today on a few different things, and I guess I will let you guys go now. Alright, God bless you all, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope you remember to pray, and I hope you remember to stay in touch with the Great Spirit and have a spiritual connection. It doesn't really so much matter what it is, but that it is.